walk outside, look at the sun in the morning, meditate
Exactly.
for 2 hours. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are going to talk about the sun diet. Ayana and I have been helping people learn how to lose weight, usually within a low carb context, just because our audiences seem to be mostly carnivores or animal based. And something we see in this sphere a lot is how looking at the sun is going to help reset your leptin signaling and allow you to lose weight. Now, let me tell you, Ayana has had two phenomenal transformations. She stepped on stage and she competed for 4 years in bodybuilding competition. She's a bikini competitor. I've lost 30 pounds despite having fat kid genetics and really struggling with weight and emotional eating, sugar addiction, all that kind of stuff for decades, yo-yo dieting all my life. And finally, I have peace and food freedom, and I can easily maintain that 30-pound weight loss. So we kind of know a little bit about what we're talking about, and we see clients, so we see also the effects of the people who have bought into that. I had somebody comment the other day, we mentioned something about looking into the sun and the weight loss and the leptin signaling, and she was like, oh my god, I'm so
Wow.
glad you said that. The person commented, she's like, I had to force myself to get out of bed so early. It was like brutal for a whole year because I thought I needed to wake up first thing and like go and look into the sun. And
That,
for weight loss, and we're not saying it like that, resetting your circadian rhythm and getting that early morning light is like terrible. We're
no,
saying it has other benefits, right? I'm sure it improves your mood and all that kind of stuff, but that's the 0.5% of the effect,
yes,
right? And this is the problem, right?
yes.
People focus 99% of their attention, or not, no, they focus 100% of their attention on the
Yes.
0.5% of the things that might help, because those things are a lot easier than doing the
Easier.
cardio or tracking or doing what you need to do, right? Or eating the protein.
Exactly. Exactly. It's so true because it's like, get your son. I understand that. But listen, when I train, when I'm on summer vacation right now, so I can get out and look at the sun, whatever. But I'm up at 4 a.m., heading to the gym, working out, going to work. And then afterwards, sometimes I'm back at the gym or running errands. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, so you're getting phenomenal results, and you're not going out of your way to reset the leptin signaling, right? But yeah, so I never, not once in my life, ever used this hack of just going out and resetting my circadian rhythm and resetting the leptin signaling, looking into the sun, to lose any pound, and I've managed, and I'm a very, very tough case. The clients I see are very tough cases. You too, right? Like people
Yes,
who general
100%.
Yeah. So again, this doesn't mean it might not have fantastic results for just general overall health, but that is not where your attention needs to go if you want to lose weight, and I understand it doesn't, it's easier to sell that as opposed to telling you track your calories,
Yes.
do more cardio, understand if you hit a metabolic a plateau, which is metabolic adaptation, and then do a mini reverse diet, or do a mini metabolism boosting protocol, then go back to like that. That's a little bit more things to do than just telling somebody walk outside, look at the sun in the morning, meditate
Exactly.
for 2 hours.
And you know what it comes to? I think, yes, when you're out and you're looking at the sun, it does help with the circadian rhythm. Therefore, you get better sleep. Therefore, your results can be more consistent. But that's in addition to everything that you just said before.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And okay, so leptin, for those of you who are still are like, okay, well, what does leptin exactly do? So leptin is a hormone that is secreted from our fat cells, and it goes to the hypothalamus, which is the part of the brain that regulates appetite. And so it goes to the hypothalamus and it tells the brain that you've had enough, that you're not hungry anymore. And so, in a way, the point of leptin is to regulate hunger so that if you're overeating and you have enough fat stores on you, your fat cells grow. And so as they grow, they release more leptin. So more leptin, more of a appetite suppression signal. It suppresses your appetite so you don't eat as much the next day or two. You lose back the weight. And kind of like is like the set point theory of body weight. It kind of maintains your body weight in a certain, weight. And when researchers discovered leptin, they were so excited. They started creating, leptin injections and all that stuff because they thought we discovered the cure for obesity. All you have to do is just inject people with leptin, and that's going to suppress their appetite. But what they discovered is that obese folks have a lot of leptin because they have a lot of body fat cells on them. They have a lot of leptin. So it's not a deficiency in leptin. And so giving them more leptin was not fixing obesity. And that's when they discovered a phenomena called leptin resistance. It's the inflammation from also those same fat cells that are releasing leptin. Those same fat cells are also releasing a lot of inflammatory molecules that are messing with leptin signaling. And so again, we go back to the priming where, a lot of people think that they should just, eat all the meat and eat all the good animal-based foods and don't worry about tracking because that's going to reset leptin and satiety signals. No, it makes it worse because you
Yes.
need to drop weight as soon as possible. Cannot
Yeah.
emphasize this enough, because fat cells, the more fat cells you have, even if you're just maintaining with what you have, but usually most people, when they do the priming protocol, they add more body fat on them. And so that goes and releases even more inflammatory molecules, which messes with leptin signaling even more, which further messes up with leptin resistance. You become more leptin resistant. Not to mention those fat cells are also releasing more estrogen, and estrogen dominance is a risk factor for cancers, for pigmentation, discoloration in your skin,
Yes.
for, everything and anything under the sun could be worsened.
Mhm.
Man boobs, start getting boobs or man boobs, that's estrogen dominance. All this stuff happens from having excess body fat. Every single extra fat cell on your frame doesn't just sit there innocently doing nothing, So yeah,
Exactly.
the sun diet is not the most efficient way to lose body fat. And I don't know, I hope this is helping you guys. I hope this is kind of freeing you from this feeling like, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. It's like, no, it's really
No,
simple once you develop the good
no.
habits. And
Exactly. Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
yes, Ayana, you can help everybody as well in our group coaching, which we just started. You can find the details on our group coaching. You're leading the group coaching sessions. I'm showing up on the first session of every month. The information are on my website, DRZALDIVAR.com/coaching. It's linked below. Everybody go follow Ayana on her Instagram and her YouTube. I will post her information also in the description box below. And if you need more help, I've written guides and I do one-on-one coaching and the guides that are going to help you with losing weight and understanding if you're plateauing, how to reverse diet out, all that kind of stuff. Everything is on my website, DrZaldivar.com/shop. That's where all the guides are. So dopamine brain and monster mindset guide are great for raising your baseline dopamine level, which is a lot of people are trying to do that also with like the sun diet, right? To try and regulate their dopamine. There are so many ways you can regulate your dopamine. So you don't have to be just constricted by the light, So
Yeah.
dopamine brain is in my brain rehab protocol to raise your baseline dopamine. Monster mindset is equally, if not more, way more powerful because it has a section on visualization techniques that I created. You can check those out. And then SUPERBREED Metabolism is the guide that shows you how to speed up your metabolism by thousands of calories a day and how to get to that point. You have to earn it. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's also not that difficult to do or that long. And Dopamine Body is my kind
Yeah.
of flagship weight loss guide. So yeah, there you have it. You got all the tools. Ayana, thank you so much for this. We're gonna do more. Tell us in the comment section below what topics you would like for us to discuss, and we'll take it from there.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.